We are standing right now at the edge of what some are calling a $100 trillion vision frontier. Google just revealed VO3, and, well, what it suggests is that we might have finally crossed a really crucial threshold.
Yeah, that threshold is true generalized visual understanding. It's, powered by this concept called chain of frames, or COVE.
Right.
And it means vision AI might finally be catching up to the generalized adaptable power we see in language models like GPT.
That convergence.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this deep dive is all about for you today. We seem to be accelerating toward this massive merging of the physical and digital worlds.
Definitely. And we're going to map that progression for you. First, we'll explore the foundational shifts in vision models, specifically looking at VO3's capabilities.
Okay.
Then we'll analyze some of the biggest corporate financial moves and the staggering chip infrastructure race that's happening.
Right.
And finally, we'll break down Microsoft's new Unified Agent Framework, which is really prioritizing security for the massive enterprise deployment that feels like it's just around the corner.
Okay, let's unpack this vision revolution then, because as you said, it feels like more than just an incremental improvement. VO3 is the headline here.
It is.
And the core concept making this possible is zero-shot reasoning.
Exactly. Zero-shot ability. It's basically performing complex tasks the model was never explicitly trained for.
So it figures it out on the fly.
Pretty much. Think about it. You ask a model to do something completely new, and it just handles it by connecting its existing knowledge, like solving a problem in a totally unfamiliar context. Beat. That level of visual generalization is, it's unprecedented.
And the source material details some truly wild examples of what this kind of foundation model can handle. It's moving far beyond just, identifying objects in a picture.
Oh, way beyond. We're talking about simulating reality almost.
It's simulating reality.
Yeah, it's this combined stack of perception, manipulation, and reasoning all working together. VO3 can segment objects perfectly, detect edges, sure, but it can also recognize physical properties within a video stream.
Physical properties?
Like texture or even inferring weight, things like that.
But here's where it gets really interesting, I think, especially for future applications like robotics.
Absolutely, because it simulates physics. It understands tool use. It can solve complex mazes and symmetry puzzles just by watching them.
Just by watching.
Yeah, and this capability stack perception linked directly to action, that's what positions it as the vision world equivalent of large language models.
Okay, so the analogy, it's like stacking Lego blocks of visual data until the structure itself achieves some kind of understanding.
That's a good way to put it, yeah, like stacking Lego blocks until it just gets it.
And if LLMs use chain of thought reasoning step by step through text VO3 uses COVE, chain of frame.
Exactly. COVE is the video model's version of that step-by-step reasoning. It processes the relationship between frames over time.
Oh, okay.
That allows it to predict really sophisticated, temporally complex interactions. It's what lets it understand that, a hammer has to actually hit the nail to drive it in, frame by frame.
So probing question then. If VO3 truly achieves this kind of generalized vision, how quickly is that going to transform industries like, say, robotics?
Well, the shift from specialized vision to generalized reasoning, it just accelerates adoption across every single sector that uses vision. It's a game changer.
Right, okay.
So moving from that tech frontier, let's look at the corporate currents and the financial highs shaping the infrastructure behind all this.
Yeah.
It's this constant kind of fascinating contrast between, viral public moments and the really serious investment happening underneath.
We definitely see that conflict in the sources. On the cultural side, it's all very noisy. There was that viral Sora 2 clip of Sam Altman joking about stealing GPUs.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Got nearly 10 million views.
Right, and that fun little clip apparently ignited a bit of a quiet storm inside OpenAI.
Really?
Yeah, reports of internal tension, researchers publicly wrestling with the company over its direction. It just shows the public face often masks these strategic disagreements.
And meanwhile, you've got Elon Musk's XAI revealing Grokipedia.
Pitched as a massive improvement over Wikipedia.
Which is a direct challenge to, a pillar of online knowledge.
These are major narrative plays, for sure. But the truly significant moves, I think, are happening in the enterprise infrastructure.
Like Microsoft.
Exactly. Microsoft is leading hard with the release of Microsoft 365 Premium featuring a GPT-5 Copilot. That's a huge play.
And it includes, what, 6 terabytes of cloud storage?
6 terabytes, yeah, plus upcoming reasoning agents built right in.
Yeah.
That commitment to scale is just tangible. You can feel it.
And the funding rounds reflect that commitment too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cerebras Systems.
The AI processor designers, yeah, they just raised $1.1 billion.
Wow.
Now valued at $8.1 billion. And look at their customers,
Sorry.
AWS, Meta, IBM. That's where the serious institutional money is flowing. Big validation.
And we also have to note the strategic move by Meta here.
The data usage.
They confirmed plans to use chat data from Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp.
Yeah, that real-time conversation data. It's going straight into serving up hyper-personalized ads.
So given the, let's say, mixed public reaction to Meta's data usage in the past, what's the real cost of that personalization for the average user?
The cost is basically accepting your real-time conversations are now integral to their targeted advertising models. Full stop.
Okay. Now let's transition from those huge corporate strategies to maybe the more practical side.
Right.
Because this explosion of infrastructure, it's immediately enabling income generation, even for the average person, isn't it?
Exactly. The democratization of these tools means people aren't just waiting around for the big corporate rollouts. They're, building businesses today.
And we're seeing a couple of clear methods emerge from the sources. First, this idea of creating a faceless content brand using AI.
Yeah, building a digital influencer, setting up automated income streams across platforms like TikTok, YouTube, maybe Etsy.
And the second method sounds more systematic, using AI with Google Maps scraping.
Right. It helps people rapidly find and validate these, quote, boring but profitable business models that aren't saturated yet. It's using AI for really effective market validation just on a small scale.
But the infrastructure needed for this whole ecosystem, from the huge corporations down to these side hustles, it's just mind-boggling. The race for AI chips seems to be escalating exponentially.
Oh, it absolutely is. And it's the secret projects that really tell the story of resource commitment.
Like the OpenAI one.
Right. OpenAI reportedly has a secret $500 billion project underway.
$500 billion. $500 billion.
$500 billion, yeah. To build custom AI chips with Samsung.
That's an unbelievable commitment. But doesn't building your own silicon carry massive risk? I mean, if Samsung's involved in a $500 billion project, what if that tech stack becomes obsolete faster than they expect?
It's a huge gamble, sure. But controlling the silicon stack is now seen as the key strategic driver. For AI independence, for scaling power, it reduces that dependence on external providers.
All right.
Beat? Still. Whoa. Imagine scaling to handle 1 billion queries on your own hardware. That's just an unprecedented commitment to owning that hardware layer.
And they aren't the only ones doing this, right? Meta acquired that AI chip startup, Revos.
Exactly. Specifically to gain control over its core AI infrastructure. Same goal. Move away from relying so heavily on external cloud providers.
So does this move toward proprietary chips signal a fundamental shift away from relying on external cloud giants?
Yes, absolutely. Controlling the silicon stack is now viewed as the key strategic driver for AI independence and raw scaling power.
And this control over hardware, it's translating directly into revenue, presumably.
We bet. OpenAI reported $4.3 billion in revenue in just the first half of 2025 alone. It's clear this is where the core value is being generated right now.
Okay, let's pivot then to what all this capital, all this technological explosion means for the massive scale-up of enterprise deployments. Which brings us to the agent framework.
Microsoft's unification plan.
Right. Microsoft is unifying its tooling, and it seems like security is the whole point.
This is a major signal for developers, definitely. AutoGen and Semantic Kernel, two really popular open source tools for building agents.
Yeah.
They're now officially in maintenance mode, replaced by the new Agent Framework SDK, an official all-in-one stack.
And this unified stack is designed to manage the sheer complexity of enterprise deployments, I gather.
Exactly. It enables multi-agent workflows across all the different Microsoft products, M365 Copilot, the AI Foundry.
And it crucially manages context-aware task routing. What does that mean practically?
It means you can build secure cross-platform agents from one central place. It ensures developers aren't forced into platform hopping just to handle governance and security properly.
Okay, but the core takeaway for you, the listener, seems to be this intense focus on security governance.
That's the heart of it.
This framework directly addresses the biggest fears enterprises have about deploying potentially thousands of automated agents.
Exactly right. The framework is designed to actively block things like prompt injection.
Which is like a malicious attempt to hijack the agent's instructions.
Precisely. It also stops agents from risky behavior and, importantly, keeps them from wandering off task, which has been a massive pain point in early agent deployments.
I have to admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, trying to keep a complex prompt on track when the agent just wants to chase tangents.
It's tricky.
So built-in guardrails that also alert you if an agent tries to access private user data.
Yeah.
That feels absolutely essential for enterprise adoption.
It really is. And this focus on the security layer supports Microsoft's core vision here. Enterprise AI isn't going to be centered around one single, large, super smart GPT. It's going to be a network. Thousands of highly governed agents all working together in concert.
So here's a question. Can this unified framework truly standardize the development of these complex, secure, multi-agent systems for big companies?
Well, the elimination of code switching and that intense focus on security governance, it fundamentally streamlines large-scale agent deployments by removing the main roadblocks, trust and scale.
Okay. We've covered a tremendous amount of ground today, which really just reflects the accelerating pace of change we're seeing in the source material.
It's moving fast.
The race for foundational parity is definitely on. VO3 seems to be bringing visual understanding up to that generalized level we've really only seen in language models until now.
Yeah, and that technological leap is matched by just staggering financial commitment. We heard about the $500 billion secret chip projects, the $8 billion valuations. It's all drastically accelerating the entire timeline.
Ultimately, the enterprise future looks like it's defined by these complex, highly governed, multi-agent networks. And the new Microsoft framework shows they're trying to solve the security and drift problems before this mass deployment really hits full steam.
So, the final thought maybe. If autonomous agents are now capable of this complex orchestration, and they have built-in security features like blocking prompt injections, how much longer until core enterprise tasks are just managed entirely by this automated network mind without direct human oversight?
That's the question to mull over as we move deeper into this $100 trillion vision frontier. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the latest source material.
We'll see you next time.